Well, I haven't talked about OnlyFans in a while. Things have been kind of quiet on that front. Nothing we talk about when it comes to Pornhub. But again, OnlyFans had been rolling along, had content. We know there's been racy and nudist and sexual content on there, a lot of adult content we know as well. And then all of a sudden, OnlyFans decided to screw it up. Here we go. This is not good. OnlyFans has now banned public sex and nudity from their platform. Here's what we got. We need to go ahead and bring this up. Big story out of this. Taking from Inside Hook, outdoor sex, even in remote areas, is now off the OnlyFans menu. So here's what we got. If public sex is your kink, you will no longer be able to indulge it on OnlyFans. The adult subscription platform has recently introduced a ban on sexual or new content created in public places, including outdoors. So it's a new thing that's been added to the OnlyFans terms of use, noting it as of archive saved in mid-February. As of mid-February, no such ban existed. But the new update now, the platform now prohibits sexually explicit content that, quote, was recorded in or being broadcast from a public place where members of the public are reasonably likely to see the activities being illustrated. One creator, Aspen Eden, recently discovered also applies to outdoor content filmed in remote areas. Eden, whose platform has been long centered on nature and the outdoors, told Vice she first learned of OnlyFans' new prohibition on public content when a rep for the site reached out in an email to let her know her content had been removed for violating new terms. And the email stated that explicit content produced outdoors is only permitted if it was made on private property, such as a private beach. Even then, creators must provide proof of ownership or permission of the owner to use that space to create explicit content. Wow. And Aspen Eden talked about that, well, fuck me, on Twitter. She says, all of my outdoor content has been removed. I'm so done. Gonna go cry now. Now, public sex ban is the latest addition to the platform's ever-growing list of forbidden content. So why are we getting purified here, OnlyFans? What's going on now? So stoking fears of the adult-friendly site will soon go the way of many before, eventually quashing all not safe for work content as it attracts more mainstream attention. Users and advertisers who have a history of not wanting that to be associated with explicit content. Wow. So what's happened now is OnlyFans decided to go ahead and milk the salaciousness, the sex of what was going on in OnlyFans, of all these creators. And now all these people that were on here during the pandemic trying to make money, desperately trying to show their bodies and show their beauty in front of everyone in a different various compromising situations, poses, and whatnot. And now their content is subjected to being removed. So their livelihood is going to go away. And we already know there's been a lot of crackdowns so far. There was crackdowns on Instagram, Pornhub, that despite its reputation as an all-you-can-eat porn buffet, it's not a terribly welcoming place for sex. So as we know, that's what happened here. All this was going on. Now, let's go into the story from Insider, that some OnlyFans creators were left scrambling when the platform banned public sex content without warning. So many content creators are upset about the new change as it could affect their content. Some creators might leave the site in favor of competitors. So that's where we are. Oh boy, this is great. One creator, Brian, who asked his name to be withheld to protect his identity, told Insider in an interview, the new rules, quote, might be the end of OnlyFans for a lot of people, including myself, end quote. So the question is, where do you go to get that kind of content? Now, here's another story that comes up that is not helpful. There's a new thing that Pornhub should be investigated. Over 70 Canadian lawmakers have demanded it. And so they were recently exposed for having reportedly been complicit in sex trafficking operations by the New York Times. February, the website's owners, MindGeek senior staff, stood before Canadian government, scrutinized before an ethics committee where multiple cops and victims came forward, exposing the company's failure to monitor videos and remove those that included child exploitation and rape. Now, 70 lawmakers in Canada are calling for an investigation. In a letter to the Royal Canadian Mounted Police Commissioner, the lawmakers call for a full criminal investigation into MindGeek and its subsidiaries. The letter says there are at least 100 survivors of sexual exploitation. Further, they reminded the commissioner there are hundreds of non-governmental organizations who are calling for MindGeek and other subsidiaries to be investigated. And one of the shocking claims in the letter is that despite a victim is asking the company to remove a video of her naked as a child from the website, it's still accessible on Pornhub. And the victim claimed the video has been on the site for at least 1,200 days, 1,300 days, as a matter of fact. So yeah, about 5 years. Wow. Yeah, people are, not having so much sex. That's pretty much what's happening right now. And, what are you going to do? I don't know if this kind of stuff actually helps the porn industry because they might get themselves back over. But then who knows what else? I mean, it's a lot more that's happening here. It's like there's a lot here that happens that, it's not good. I mean, like obviously, sex is under attack. We kind of see that all over the way. And there's not much can be done about it. But it is kind of interesting. Where do people go ahead and have themselves seen so they can actually go somewhere, right? I mean, who knows where they can go? And that's where we are. So anyway, I'm going to keep it a short story. We'll leave it there. And I'll talk to you next time.